Hello crafty friends, I am so excited to share something brand new with you. This something has been months in the making and I can finally share it with you because it launches today. I have teamed up with the wonderful Heather from ArtStacks and together we bring you, drumroll please, ready to use prints designed by me. There are two different kits to choose from, one inspired by my Happy Scraps and the other by my Full Deck Challenge. Each pack consists of 6 sheets. Each sheet is a different design and it is printed on various papers. I'll be working with the Happy Scraps pack today and I'll shortly show you all the papers that you get inside your kit. Just a reminder, there's also a Full Deck pack which is inspired by my Full Deck Challenge. It includes one sheet that is printed with the actual face of the cards, which I've made in a vintage style. But for now, let's have a look at Happy Scraps. I will put a link to the ArtStacks website in the description box below. You can purchase this kit printed, so it comes ready like this for you to use, or if you prefer, you can buy the digital version and print it yourself at home. The first page is a full page of Happy Scraps, bright and cheerful. This is exactly how I create my Happy Scrap sheets to use for making different kinds of ephemera and decorations. It's made on a thicker cardstock, so it's perfect for all your projects. Next up is a full page of Happy Scrap hearts, just like the ones I have made. There's different sizes, shapes, also printed on a thicker cardstock, so you can cut these out and use them as an embellishment. In a later video, I will show you how to decorate these to make them unique and one of a kind. And then printed on a tissue paper are my scribbles. You may have seen me use these scribbles in a lot of my projects. I love doing them. I love the effect they create, and we have it now on a tissue paper. We also have some tags with the Happy Scraps and also some lopsided houses. All of these ready for you to use. And then we also have a page of backgrounds. I have divided this into 4 and made 4 totally different ones, so you have a variety of colors and textures. Remember, I'll be showing you how to use these in future videos, so don't forget to subscribe. And then one page of my doodles that you can use as accent points and focal points, done on a matte cardstock, so they are quite sturdy but easy to cut out. They're made on plain white paper, so you can easily color them or you can just leave them as is. So that's the Happy Scraps pack. There is a lot of stuff in there for you to create projects. I'm going to get started on a project now just to show you one idea that I had for this kit, but there are many, many more. Working in my Scrappy Journal, I'm going to create a layout using some of the elements from my kit. To start, I want to create a background page. I do have a piece missing from the page on the right, which isn't really going to work. So I have this black and white printed calendar. It's from 2017, but I love that it's got like a doodle effect, so I'm going to use some of that. I'm just going to tear a piece that is going to fit across both pages. It doesn't have to be precise, and I'm just tearing it with a ruler. I'm then going to attach this to the existing pages using Mod Podge. As part of my ArtStacks launch, I'm giving away one of my Happy Scrap packs. All you need to do is comment in the description box below. And then on the 7th of November 2023, I will randomly draw a winner. I will make a really quick short video announcing who the winner is, and then the winner will need to contact me within 48 hours to claim their prize. I'll put all the details of the competition in the description box below. And remember, I will never ask you to click on any links or ask you for any money. If you get any kind of comments like that, please do ignore them and report them. I will be announcing the winner through a video. I'm now adding some of the tissue paper scribbles, again with Mod Podge, to the top section of the page. I'm also going to add a layer of Mod Podge over the tissue paper. This is just to strengthen it a little bit if I decide to add any kind of watery medium over the top. I'm going to add a second piece near the bottom. You could cover the entire area. I don't always like to do that. I just have certain sections. But you can do what feels right for you. I'm then going to dry the Mod Podge well, and I'm going to now add some gesso. The gesso is going to lighten everything, the scribbles and even the black and white print from the calendar, and that's going to help to push all of this into the background. I use the gesso a lot, especially for this kind of thing, as I feel it softens everything. It also makes everything cohesive. I think there are very few projects that I don't use gesso in. You could say it is my best friend. I sometimes also like certain areas to be a little more white than others, so I don't always apply the gesso evenly. Usually it's a thin layer over everything, but then I also concentrate thicker gesso over certain parts just to create more of a stark white feel, which then creates a contrast and interest. Like here, I've added on the top right hand corner, a little bit on the top of the middle of the page, and a bit at the bottom left. It's subtle, but it's different. I'm going to dry my gesso well. I'm going to start working on the rest of my page with my focal point. I'm going to pick a house or two from my lopsided houses and just see how I'm going to add those to my page. The houses are quite simple, so they're a really easy fussy cut. When I put them together on the page, they're a little too big to be together for the small page that I have, so I'm just going to concentrate on using the one with the orange door. There's a turquoise flower just above the door of the house. I'm going to bring that color through onto the rest of the page. I'm using my oxide inks and my blending brushes in blues and turquoise and just going over certain areas of the page. Again, not over everything. Lighter in some areas, darker in some, and blending the colors together. Now, because these are oxide inks, they do react to water. So once I'm finished applying all the ink, I'm going to use a paintbrush with some water and just splash the water over the entire page. I'm going to leave that for about 30 to 40 seconds and then dab up the water with a paper towel. And as you can see, it has lifted some of the ink off where the water was, which creates a very splotchy effect. Splotchy. I just tend to make words up as I go. A mottled effect. I also want to bring the orange color from the door through to the rest of the page. So I'm using an orange Posca pen and creating some very rough circles, not perfect circles, squibbly circles. And then I'm circling these with a black watercolor pencil that I'm dipping into water. So the black is very uneven and rough and squibbly, but I like that look. I found this really cute stamp set. It is from Kmart here in Australia. I love the font of the letters. The ink is not great, so I'll use my own archival ink in black, and I'm going to write the words, "Stay curious." I'm stamping just on a piece of white cardstock. I'm going to do this a couple of times just to get it straight. I don't want it perfectly straight, but I want it to be legible. Sometimes it's a little tricky lining up the letters. Of course, if you don't have stamps, that's also okay. You could handwrite this, or you could use letters cut out from a magazine to make up the words, or if you actually find the word in a magazine, that would also work. You could also have stickers. There's a few different options. I'm not cutting my words out neatly, I'm just tearing them. I do like that rugged edge. And I'm going to try a couple more times and then just find the best stamped words to use in the project. And then don't throw away the ones that you're not going to use. Those are great for using in the background of future projects. I'm now going to stick these into the art journal. I'm going to use Mod Podge. You could use double-sided tape or a glue stick or gel medium, whatever you have handy. Also ready to glue down my little house. I'm not going to do much more to it, just maybe a little detail or two. From my doodle page, I'm going to cut out 2 flowers to add where my house is. I'm finding because there's quite a lot of color and it's quite busy, a bit of the white and black in just a simple doodle form will look good and will calm the entire page down. Simply placing one at the top and one at the bottom, the top one just slightly behind the roof of the house, the bottom one in the front of the house, and that also balances out the black and white of the writing on the left. Using a black watercolor pencil with its point dipped in water, I'm just going to make some marks. I'm going around the wording and then just scribbling just very loosely. No definite plan in mind, just making some marks on the page. And adding a little bit of shadow to the right-hand side of the house. I think we need another orange dot. I'm going to add that to the top just to connect both pages and make them cohesive. And at this point, I noticed a mistake. Did you notice it yet? I've spelled the word curious wrong. I spelled it curios. I need to add a U to make it curious. So I'm just going to quickly restamp the word. Thankfully, it's an easy fix. The Mod Podge was still wet, so it was easily removed, and then I'll just place the new correctly spelled word down. I really hope you enjoyed this video and were inspired to create your own. I also hope you were inspired to visit ArtStacks with the link below to see my printed kits that are available, along with a lot of other beautiful kits by other artists. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Don't forget to subscribe. Happy creating, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.